I'm Larry Gilbert, here from MrHardware.com and Gilbert's Pro Hardware in St. Clair Shores, here to show you one of our videos, how to waterproof cement against the building using foam and caulk 6 years later, and how little I'm going to have to do to bring it back up to speed. This is the minimal expanding. It's about $6. This foam is going to shrink and expand as this concrete moves winter and summer. This foam will make this job last up to 5 years or more. We come back, we touch it up, life is good. Show you how we can even do small cracks with this. Then we're going to take a sharp knife, we're going to trim it all down, and we'll have a nice flat surface. Take a razor knife at a slight angle. Cut it at a slight downward angle. By using this foam, we made it waterproof. We filled the void so we won't waste any of this expensive self-leveling caulk. Here's our self-leveling caulk. 6 years later, still flexible. Got a little gap here. Well, you know, cement does move. This isn't meant to be a lifetime job. Just for the heck of this video, we want to show you what it looks like underneath. There. For all the deniers, that foam has maintained waterproof feature of our keeping water from going into the basement because this patio gets wet. Our foam, it's going to fill the gap, it's going to be flexible, and really it's moved enough that it's cracked, so we're just going to retouch up the cracks, but that's it. We only got to touch this job up. We don't have to redo the whole thing. Look how yellow and fresh that foam is. This is the middle of this patio. See, look, the foam is all there still. This is still waterproof. Just a bad color of caulk. If I was to redo this, I'd almost have to get something almost black. One of my most abusive comments on this video 6 years ago is that the color of the caulk I used against the cement. Now, so no matter, unless I used a really dark caulk, it was going to look bad anyhow. You can see here where some of the foam is missing. So I didn't get the foam injected down deep enough into the crack. But you can see everywhere else. Look how good this looks. It's still solid. It's beautiful. So the problem is this yellow foam will rot in the sunshine. So the caulking, as you can see, for 6 years has protected this foam. It's still a bright yellow caulk. It hasn't deteriorated at all. It's still flexible and doing what we wanted it to do. Doesn't matter what foam we use, just matters you get it in deep, you trim it off, and you caulk over the top of it to protect it. Here we have 3 different gray caulks. We have the self-leveling polyurethane Quickcrete, which is what we used the first time. It's a lighter gray. It looks pretty good on some areas, but against the darker concrete, it looks white. We have a Quickcrete mortar repair, which is a gray caulk, which does a good job of matching mortar colors when we're tuck pointing small cracks in the house. The one we're going to show you today though is the Sashko Slab concrete caulk. Now this is a rubber caulk. It is very stretchy, just like you've seen on this caulk here. You see I can push on this after 6 years. Look at it, it's still unbelievably flexible. So here's a quick tip. I don't need a big fat bead of caulk. It's too hard to control. So I'm going to cut the tip small. So when I drive this into those narrow cracks, I won't make a mess, and I'd like to be as invisible as possible. I just have some hairline cracks. So we're just wanting to just get this right in them cracks, period. Don't need any more out on the surface. It's a waste of caulk and just looks ugly. Whenever I'm caulking, I take paper towel and I cut it into small pieces. So I can use a small piece to keep the tip of the caulking gun clean. If you come in with a gob on it, it's going to leave a gob and look bad. Plus now I can use this little piece of towel to dress this up a little bit. And then once you get caulk on it, throw it out. Get another one. Don't get caulk on your hands. It's horrible. Won't do you any good. So if you do have to use your finger as a tool, you can clean your finger a couple times, get rid of it. So now this has been sealed. The foam is still creating a watertight seal, and we've protected the foam with this flexible rubber caulk, and this job should go another 6 years without any attention at all. For all the abuse I took on this video, and all the deniers and haters, I got quite a few of the thank yous though. People that hated it for no good founded reason. Because here 6 years later, we solved the problem. For $20 worth of products, we made this patio secure. If this hadn't been done and water had been flowing through these cracks getting under the patio, then every winter this patio would have shifted more than it has because of what we did, because we kept it dry underneath the patio. And here in Michigan, where the frost heaves concrete every winter, 1.5 inches or more, we found a way to do it that's flexible and lasts. You do this decently, it's not a hard job. You take your time. The wet spot in the basement below us is dry, has been dry since we've done this. So it's as simple as that. Foam, trim, caulk, protect your house, and it lasts for years and years. This was a quick tip from MrHardware.com.